A-ramp defense, but that's not been the case for OG at this event.
Well, that sound does mean one thing. The match is ready to ensue both sides of the equation fighting for major life. It's Vitality versus OG with Harry and Hugo.
Thank you, Freya. We have a banger to open up our final day of the Challenger stage, a 2-2 game with two teams who don't want to give it up, don't want to go down. On one hand, a major debut in an organization on OG. On the other, legends that have to once again prove themselves and earn their spot in that legendary stage.
And we might be getting something pretty quick here, Hugo. Right out of the gate, it's an immediate push up a ramp. NEOFRAG. Oh, he does take a little peek in, and with support from degster arriving over at short, this is a slaughter. The pistol off to a good start here for OG.
Yeah.
On Vitality's map pick.
Immediately, the players highlighted by the desk in NEOFRAG, and degster dominate and deliver death to Vitality down the A ramp. That is an absolute spanking to begin this game, and what a shock it would be, you know, to just get ahead of ourselves immediately if Vitality weren't to win this matchup. Right? I don't think anyone's sitting there thinking that just yet, but OG are so hungry. We've seen that from the games they've played, from the tech issues they've had. They've still fought on through the madness. And they've really got to show up today if they want to be able to take down ex-winners of Majors gone by. Full eco for Vitality. In no hurry. Happy to bring those AKs out in round 3. OG on the meantime getting a bit impatient, but with that deep Molotov, NEOFRAG can push up fine. And even a smoke to follow up. They've got full control of the forklift room right now. Vitality barely out of spawn. Apex still sitting back there. An ode to existence. Just catching their breath.
Or catching their bullets, maybe. One Glock kill. And another Glock kill. That's kind of juicy, honestly. Like, yeah, Spinks is screwed, but
love it.
Just throwing the guns out, being an annoying little man as he gets rid of all this firepower at the bottom of ramp.
And it's inevitable.
It's great, yeah. You've made the round expensive. Anything else, sure, wishful thinking, but taking out an A1S, man, you're more than happy with that. OG, they are going to get this second. I really hate to break it to you. Spinks doesn't win this one, guys. So OG, with that little 2-0 start, but as we just saw there on the X-ray, A1S taken out of the round, and that's a pretty substantial investment.
For sure. We have 3 major debutees on OG, being flameZ, NEOFRAG, and Fiku. Of course, degster, no newbie to the stage. Top 4 last time around back at Antwerp. Got to put the team on his back somewhat. Nexa's even been in that final in Stockholm last year. Fast up the ramp now, Vitality. They're going to have to meet with this flashbang. It's coming over. flameZ forcing NEOFRAG into the fight, but with a deep smoke down on the short side, NEOFRAG will be given a bit of cover to escape death for now. Vitality, just the start of their default. They wait for a reaction. They hope someone will give them a kill in middle, but Magisk is seeing nothing. So wait out those smokes, regroup. Plenty of times here still for Vitality. They've held on to their util well. They're in no hurry.
Yeah, looking like they want to try and explore some other avenues first, right? Bit of util going out over here towards B. That bomb still waiting around over towards like the T-bridge. Feels like Vitality just want to try and like take away this B ramp control. You want to cut off that flow of information, especially in a bonus round. Last thing you want is some guy with an MP9 to uproot the entire game plan because he's gotten a little impatient and pushed B main, right? So now you've lobbed in that util, you've given this idea to OG. Okay, maybe we're aggro in B, maybe we're taking this real estate away. And now you group for the ramp hit. OG, they are going to come to you first. They swing out flameZ and NEOFRAG with kills apiece, and Vitality, oh, they might have had a plan here. They might have had a plan of action, but it's all gone awry. A man down now as they try to hit this A-bomb site. There is this smoke wall at least. That's a little bit of solace here, a little bit of cover to move up behind.
dangerous plant as well. He actually goes wide. He was fully susceptible to spam, and the jump out actually puts him down to 10. Dinked on the cross. It's all going to rely on dupreeh. Fiku's flank does find the first, and now dupreeh tucked in behind the sandbags. Has to sandbag this round. He can't. Fiku's flank puts a third on the board for OG. And lovely little re-aggression to win that round. I want to see if NEOFRAG is actually playing A1S, Harry. He is one of the very few A4 players we've seen in this tournament so far. And I've got to say, I've loved his spray control and his transfers that he's pulled out in the Challenger stage already. He shows a great example there with a different gun. But that's a big switch to make, considering yesterday he had that A4 equipped. It could be map dependent. On a map like Vertigo, you are going to be spamming those smokes, shooting through bottom A ramp. And so let's see if that's a continuing factor for NEOFRAG. Because honestly, we all know it. The A1S is just better. It's cheaper. The silencer is such a big addition. So it wouldn't surprise me to see him having permanently switched off. flameZ, though, he's got his back in. So it's still a question mark for now. OG still fighting down ramp. NEOFRAG takes another opener. He's already proving to be a real problem piece for Vitality. Oh, this is a dangerous reposition. Playing this spot. They just used their last molly, though. Yeah. They have nothing for this.
No molly and no nade. You know, I mean, I think even the latter option there is just great, right? The fact that they don't have an HE just to immediately dunk you out of the round. Normally, it would be super risky putting NEOFRAG here at 12 points of health.
Yeah.
He might get spared after all. Bloody hell, Magisk.
Jumped into that.
It's like he wanted the bullets to catch him. Hello, he's found the timing.
Hello.
He's found the timing. They've got no idea. Oh, man. Magisk with the double up. Now, they still don't know about NEOFRAG's in at the sandbags, who does swing out with two of his own. Magisk dead inside of the site, and now Vitality, it's all on Spinks in this 1v2.
Sneaky boy Magisk, but Spinks has to finish what he started. Time is fine, but two players behind default, there is no way they'll accept the plant. They're going to re-aggress. They've hit the perfect timing. Even if Spinks goes back to B, they will figure that one out quick. 20 seconds if he wants to walk. He can't walk forever. Eventually got to speed that up and make some steps. At what point does Spinks do it? In the hallway. Now they hear it. Now they realize. Push down on the ramp. They know what's going on. It's no flanks today. It's a full standard rotation. Spinks should have no chance. He's got to stick the plant, and Fiku's going to run him down.
Oh, that flash is brutal. flameZ teased them up for it. And perfect execution from Fiku. Very convincing start from OG out of the gate, it has to be said. I think, you know, dealing with the madness that Magisk kind of throws into that round is admirable, to say the very least, you know?
I can't believe NEOFRAG even gets away with two in that position as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you remember, like, he was the really low HP player. Like, the fact that he kind of gets out with favorable trades in that spot is wild, to keep it in the advantage of OG. And so for Vitality, it's back to the drawing board now. Fast up ramp. They've got their eyes set on this A-bomb site. They really believe that this is the way in. It all hinges around winning these ramp fights. Right now, though, NEOFRAG has been a menace in this position.
Oh, that's awkward. dupreeh, as the smoke blooms, he loses sight of flameZ, who fires through it. NEOFRAG still being oppressive, pushes damage onto Apex, who does hear the reload and take timing, much as Magisk did in the previous round. Apex has beaten OG in terms of position. They don't know how deep he's gotten. This might not harm them, though. In a 5-on-4, they've actually conceded the bomb site to play a retake round, but still, NEOFRAG needs to have his wits about him. Apex very close. Might be waiting for a smoke. degster's even going to move in, but now he's certainly aware of this possibility. This should be no surprise to OG, as degster holds a favorable angle. Apex still waiting for his team to group up. They're going to be scared of the sandbags. Util will come in, and at 50 seconds, soon smokes will be thrown down.
Oh, degster don't miss there, man. Apex walks right into it. Orb strikes first, Vitality. Now needing to get a move on. This wall of smoke's down, but OG, they've got tricks up their sleeve. In the 5-on-3, you're more than willing to throw these boosts into the round. Ooh, shooting against these Tracerless A1Ss is terrifying, man. And so eventually Vitality decide just to commit to the plant. Kind of ballsy considering, you know, there could have been nades to flush Magisk out here. Still, he hasn't been punished. There isn't that util. He is eventually going to fall over at default. And now Spinks and ZywOo split I was going to say between ramp and short. They've doubled up on ramp, and now they've been smoked off.
Oh, that's uncomfortable as well. How are you going to get them off this defuse? There's so many players. 2 kits right now. flameZ is already on the stick. Quick tap, actually. They get off. Spinks finds a fight, but he can't transfer. Tap again. Time is low. Someone needs to stick the bomb, and ZywOo can't stop it today. He goes flying and falling off the building. 5-0 for OG. This is an excellent start. I've got to say, you know, even with this veto, it was a bit of a scary one with Vitality picking a map that, yeah, they're happy to play. Yeah, they have great numbers, but it's not often a map that they pick in VO3 series. It's often their opponents. It's often left to the third. In fact, the picks even feel, you know, inverse with OG going for Inferno as well. The danger of that, however, you might not, you know, think it matters, but it means Vitality start T-side, right? You're going to have to come in prepped. You're going to have a game plan out the gate, and right now it's getting shut down. Every single one of these rounds has been on A, and to the same result. Vitality have to do something completely different now, and finally flameZ even gets aggressive. He's read this one like a book.
All right, these flashes from Spinks, hoping to set them up. But yeah, as you say, flameZ's early info has allowed for more resources at this B site. However, Fiku's dead, and Apex keeps the pace high. It's very, very up-tempo here. That kill from NEOFRAG, that might tempt you back in. I think OG were seconds away from saving. Oh, hello. Hang on.
I think they are saving now.
Yeah, looks like it. They've decided to write this off. flameZ. Oh, buddy, if only he knew.
Yeah, I mean, his team was so far away, but if he got that kill, because Magisk was more caring for the connector there, maybe that would have enticed OG into something. Nice sped fast round for Vitality, even though it was no surprise to OG. They just get blindsided, caught off. And Vitality with a must-win round. This was already spiraling out of control, just considering their tendencies towards A, how easily OG locked them out of rounds with ramp control. And even in the one round, they decided to give Vitality that control, let them execute on A in a 5-on-4. They just pick it up swiftly on a retake. So, okay, OG caught off guard, but they don't want that to happen again. The signs are getting better and better every day, Harry. We'll see what adjustments are made towards that B site for OG, because there was a nice combo of flashbangs of Spinks right behind that pillar. Fiku couldn't see a thing till it was too late.
Similar start to a lot of these rounds, right? This trade of util over at ramp. Very important. It's so standard to just have that smoke go in your face, you know. And if you haven't done your kind of due diligence in getting some of this util out of the CTs over towards A, you're in for a really bad time. So Vitality don't really have much of a choice but to set up early on, you know, giving a bit of attention towards that side of the map. And now they're going to look to make a move elsewhere over here in middle. But this is where degster lies in wait. And when it comes to, you know, being involved early on the AWP, degster actually kind of takes the trophy for that in this series between our two orphans. He's a very, very keen AWP to get involved right out of the gate and try to get those opening kills.
And even as Ades said, you know, just earlier, by making it further in the last major than this, what a sped fast round. If degster shot, he would have got it, but he gets it the second time. Blind, Apex gone from middle. There's still a second lurker. Is that something OG are ready for? I love this delayed lurk for Spinks, but if he goes through the smoke, there's players there rotating out of B. Meanwhile, Vitality will tap that bomb, try to force more nades, try to force more mollies. They manage to do so. Spinks cuts down rotations. 2 players on a plate. Fiku playing with him, but degster comes in to save his teammate and maybe set OG up for a chance. They've lost the site, they've lost the plant, and they're down a man.
degster seems to be believing, though. Leading the charge back in, 2 to his name already, and now looking for a little bit more round the short side. Oh, he's seen a wiggle. He knows that's the collateral. dupreeh low. Fiku with another. dupreeh wins that fight, and he had to. He needed to. And now he plays a timing game. Fiku, those bullets have decided it. dupreeh's faked him out with the jiggle, and even though he falls, even though he goes down, it's still a Vitality round when all is said and done.
That's an experienced play right there. It calls his bluff on the tap, even though Fiku has every reason to win that round. dupreeh doesn't believe it. 2 on 3, very close to the collat. They were set up for trades. As soon as ZywOo got that jiggle and saw the AWP, they set up to peek together. It almost let them down, Harry. It almost won the round for OG. But dupreeh doesn't falter, and Apex is already getting hyped. Finally breaking through on an A attack as well. I love that double layer mid lurk. Vitality trying to keep it fresh, trying to keep OG guessing.
Very reassuring to see rounds like that out of dupreeh, right? Because had been a bit of a slow start for Vitality. Had been a bit of a struggle to open up here, and Vitality really do kind of have a history at majors that they're trying to keep running. Right, this is an organization that has always made it into the legend stage.
Yeah,
so they don't want that streak to get broken.
Sure, not just for the AWP, but for the players as well. Even for dupreeh, only player to attend every major in Counter-Strike Global Offensive history.
The last of the old guard, really.
Yeah. That would be quite a title stripped away if they want to advance. Magisk probing this B site, the most proactive solo play we've seen on this part of the map. Typically, it's just been passive. They are going to work mid again with this double setup. dupreeh instead of Apex this time around. AWP here. Flash is good. degster's been getting pushed off a lot of his standard angles. Vitality have done some prep coming into these rounds. Flashes have certainly been effective. Spam is as well. Nexa bailed out by his teammate for a second, but he re-swings, and Magisk wins that fight. 5 on 4 for Vitality. This is a great opportunity. What will they do with it? In the meantime, OG just concede that B site. Fiku goes out to help degster in middle. A boost on A is confirmed what we already know. Vitality aren't up yet, but Apex is trying to change that tune.
Yeah, problem he's going to have, man. He's not looking at this.
They're not looking at him.
Oh, don't worry, degster is. Don't worry, degster's got it.
It's
However,
a 4-man A stack right now.
Vitality going in towards an empty B side of the map. This is a bit of a weird one for OG, right? They had that boost over at A, they had degster there, and then they padded it out with 1 man extra, leaving this B site completely open. They thought they had the read, but they did not, and with Spinks holding on to middle, the longer he can stay alive, the better.
See ya.
Oh, it's not just about surviving, it's about living. And what a life it is over in mid. 3 from Spinks and dupreeh. degster trying to get out with the AWP. Trying to keep this going into the next round. The Vitality don't want to let him get away with it.
God, he's hitting some shots right now. He's on for the ace. If they go above him, he might be a dead man here, and they are. Oh, you see the leg! degster, the ace save perhaps, but ZywOo will escape with his own sniper. Even so, that is big economical damage from degster, but still a 3rd round for Vitality. A risky stack up for OG, honestly, considering that they already had that boost on A. They knew no one was close, but one Molotov from Apex really convinced them to make that gamble happen. Awkward round for OG. The first real misread we've seen of this map so far, and Spinks is causing so many issues in middle. This time just passive, cutting off their rotation. But I gotta say, at the same time, it feels great to see degster in fighting form. Hitting all of his shots right now, happy to reface. And the 1 gun in an eco round as Vitality pick up the pace.
Spinks leading the charge, the smack 10 already out of the round. However,
not bad.
All in all, not quite favorable trades, but a 2 versus 3 here as degster moves over through the spawn.
He shouldn't throw himself into this. I mean, if Fiku doesn't get a kill on the flank, there's no way OG even make this happen, even consider it. degster wants that money, he wants that AWP for later on. Even though he would have it next time regardless, it's just about building that bank as an AWPer. Saving for later. Vitality, perfect call, right, on the anti-eco, even though it was read by OG with a stack. Vitality just break through and trade their way to a win. And the later in the day that this gets, Harry, the bigger the crowd will be. The more people will show up, likely for Vitality. We've heard some cheers throughout all stages. And despite the lack of Brazilian representation, at least the 2 biggest fan-based teams eliminated 0-3. Rio's still showing up in spades. Any honkers?
I do like that they just really like pedal to the metal there as well, man. You know, you alluded to it already, but I think those rounds, the only way they get out of hand is when you lose that opener and then everyone slows down, not wanting to be that next guy to fall. Magisk.
Hello?
Oh my. Oh my. Fiku
Oh,
didn't see Magisk get out.
I love that as well because Magisk has played very different rounds at B. He's done some extremely passive defaulting. This time he beats the smoke. Fiku just doesn't figure that anyone's made it through that quick, but he has such a good spawn and he makes the most of it. Vitality again, when they get this B pick, they just go.
Moving in, moving up, and past the smoke and molly combo already. NEOFRAG is blinded, and Apex running at the W held. And only dubs in this guy's eyes right now as he continues sprinting the whole damn way. He was trying to hunt. Now we know that degster doesn't like parting with this AWP. So once again, it's looking like he's going to hold on to it.
What a great move for Apex when he realizes he's picked that rotation, that deep player in B, and he's got a guy trapped at back quad. He just crouches. He hides behind the box. He doesn't rush that kill by any means. And not just, you know, allowing seconds for that player to get paranoid that they're getting split from the ramp, but then just a quick uncrouch, restabilizes his aim, finds that headshot. Very smooth from Apex. And Vitality, who looked you know, in shambles in the first 5 rounds of this map, who couldn't even get up a ramp in the first place, are now breaking through and equalizing the game. ZywOo chance coming in, yet to really see the Woo find any impact. Don't think he's had an AWP pick yet. Been at the back of the pack in most of these rounds, and the entries have come through fine from Apex and Spinks.
He also just hasn't had a lot of AWPs, right? I mean, it wasn't helped out massively by like how this game started, with OG going on a bit of an early run and Vitality always having to just kind of put buys on the board as fast as they could. But yeah, now that he's got it, would love to see what he can do with it.
Yeah, sorry, I can't hear you. It's a bit loud in here. It's only going to get louder. One stream today as well, folks. 3 BO3s. 3 teams through to the Legend stage. 3 teams head in hands and packed up to go home.
Yeah, you know, the only thing worse than getting eliminated, arguably, is so nearly making it to the Legend stage and then getting eliminated. Oh, flameZ, I have to get out of here. degster's kind of hung out to dry there. No one was here to support him. And, well, here we go. ZywOo now arrives on the scene as well. Finally, Vitality. This was like their big crux early on, was not being able to get up ramp. They were dedicating a lot of resources here. They were really trying to work this control. And now, you know, after going on this little streak of rounds, after starting to build back into it with a couple of B plays, they've won this ramp fight immediately. Yeah,
OG's flashes didn't really nail the mark there onto Vitality, right? That's what was working out earlier. NEOFRAG coming in through short, being set up with utility. And this time degster again gets traded off that AWP shot. He hits all he can, but he's too wide by the sandbags to get back in cover. Very nice adaptation for Vitality. Don't know if they dodged the flashes by looking down or if OG's just missed the mark. But the slowdown is perfect. It puts paranoia in OG and it forces them to concede a bomb plant. Vitality can just walk in and get that stick going. Of course, always paranoia of nades, of Molotovs, and in fact, for good reason. Nexa does have one, but it's not going to be ZywOo to plant. Very high flash. There's the nade. Well timed. Spinks has that cover, though, and that molly, that guarantees it. With both players elevator bound, he will be allowed to put it down. They even get him out as well.
I mean, now you can just play the numbers game, right? OG, they want you to fight them here.
2 smokes.
They want you to try and take a peek. Smoke on the bomb in a hope that that'll bait a gunfight to go their way. And Fiku has been able to win one. Now, that's not a great smoke on the bomb. Out of all the ways it could have gone. He's got it! Smoke's covered it! Oh, no! defuse held, and OG with the round. That's insane. They missed like the smoke on default. It landed up on top of the box, giving a one-way, but then from where Vitality naded the bomb plant, it kicked up all the smoke. They couldn't see a thing, and they didn't realize that defuse was being held.
Yeah, the second deep smoke on Crane as well. It makes a really awkward one-way. You see for Apex, he doesn't realize that it's being stuck, and he has to take that kill. ZywOo even got it. One bullet for Apex would have won that round. Fiku was so low. And the worst part is they got Spinks out of default to bring him back to a safer position, and he still plays the wall. He still plays wide. He had to go 1-for-1 there. It would have been the round if he did. At a certain point, you wonder, like, even if he sat on default, stayed there, the turret, you could surely 1-for-1 for that position. It's such an unorthodox one that many teams just use because they can't escape through, and he still gives over the first pick in the retake. 6 stick for Fiku. Daylight robbery from a 2-on-3 in a very good round for Vitality. That one's a head-in-hands moment.
Gotta try to brush it off though. Gotta try and move on if you're Vitality. Can't get bogged down on the pass.
Oh. Yeah, he has swapped off. Someone's still got A4. Dex is running it now. I think it might be flameZ because he was playing it earlier, but hey, NEOFRAG has changed his tune, and boy, is he singing music to my ears. 17 and 8 off the A1S. And to think he does most of his best work on T side with those entries. We've seen some phenomenal games out of this guy in his first major. Ooh, hello. Fiku getting caught by Magisk, who has been a bit of a nuisance towards B as well. Fiku has to make up his mind. Quad, very dangerous position in terms of flashes and, mollies and nades coming in, so he will be flashed out. May as well dump some of the utils soon, get that smoke on the stairs. 2 players here, alongside Nexa, one of the original adopters of the B anchor position back when he was in G2. Was always very comfortable here. Fiku will find that first.
Yeah, Nexa's been doing this a long while.
Uh-oh.
More than comfortable here. Smoke on that molly, but now they know he's locked in at Tetris. Vitality still, you know, it's a bit of an awkward one. I wouldn't really blame them for not wanting to go B here, but with only 30 seconds left and no control anywhere else on the map, it's really the only option they have, that or saving, and it's starting to feel like the latter.
Yeah, oh, they would love to go. They'd love to just get a pick, but yeah, look at these repositions. They're constantly dodging death, dodging util. And 10 seconds, Vitality have thrown in the towel. They didn't want to make this call, but it was the best bet in a 3-on-5. And there were 4 players here for OG. So there's certainly no way back into this round. Vitality will accept it against their best interests, but OG keep it clean. That's a massive round to take 5 players alive in it.
I love, you know, you were kind of talking about how like Nexa's like one of these OGB players. Hey,
nice.
I do. That was actually
all on purpose. All on purpose.
Right. Yeah, I do love how calm he is there. I think like other players might have, especially, you know, his shots moving in up the ramp, like, you know, you're hearing footsteps, you're hearing all the bullets whiz past. You got Fiku, who's like 10 health over towards default.
You want to swing.
You've been mollied. I think a lot of players might have elected to try and fight there, to try and, you know, take a kill on someone moving up ramp, go 1-for-1, try set up this bait and switch with Fiku, but instead he's like, no, I'm going to hold my ground. I've got full faith in this guy covering the ramp, and he just kind of calls their bluff on Vitality actually coming his way if he underhands the smoke and continues to play Tetris.
Because what have we seen every time Apex or Magisk has gotten that B pick? They just double down. They just hit it.
They just hold that W button.
Not today. Denied at the door. Fake ID for Vitality, and now they've got to go back to the drawing board. Another AWP for ZywOo. Would love to see him post up and then let him get a pick on this A site, but it's so common to see this deep smoke. Not in this round. Vitality are going to, again, break through. Flashes are excellent. Look at the throw into the ramp. They run at them. flameZ them. MP9 shreds 2 before the wallbang comes in. There's still a 3rd player here. That should be no surprise. Always 3 to start for OG. degster over the smoke. That's a Vitality smoke throw. He's sitting inside of it, and as it fades, he falls. Spinks is even out in middle as soon as they've left it. Fiku peeled off of that B bomb site, and I love how Vitality go cold here. They allow Spinks to take space. to find a face. He will. Easy kill. Only Nexa left on A. Now, they shouldn't realize this.
You shouldn't know Nexa's here.
Maybe his flash was in the kill feed. They seem a little concerned, but if they don't check this, Harry, oh.
The bomb's now running. The bomb's now running. Nexa hears this. He's in pursuit. He's giving chase through the Molotov and in the face, but they hold on. Apex not going to fall prey.
Nice play.
To that fast flank from behind.
A little scary there. Certainly a little scary. A little too close for comfort. But they seem very aware that Nexa was on that A side. I don't know what gave it away. It certainly could have been a flash assist earlier in the round. There were a lot of flashes going over the top of Crane. But him and Fiku have been those B players every single time. Still, Vitality, stay aware, stay cognizant. 6 rounds on a T side, and Fiku even throws himself into middle, finding Spinks. What a huge opening kill. The first aggressive round in mid we've seen from OG. Last thing Spinks was expecting. And now that point man who's been poking and prodding in the backline is gone. Vitality have to rely on their rifles.
Yeah, this corridor smoke up the ramp, combined with the fact that mid was taken early for OG, so there was less resources available to A, has given Vitality a good bit of control here. Dupree's all the way up at the top of ramp, looking for this opener. That's clean. Oh, Dupree! Lovely way to crack open the gates at the A-bomb site. degster, maybe a shot onto the bomb planter. Tried his hand at the wall bang, but was hoping he was going to get given a ramp fight with the bomb already down, and OG locked out of this one. A man down, smoke and elevator. Might have to be another save here.
You know I hate a quick switch. You know I hate it. NEOFRAG, he might be trying to pull a nade, but he keeps going off of the A1S, and that's the worst gun to quick switch with because it's got the longest barrel, right? That silencer gives it away. You pull it over your back, you throw it in your face, and I think Apex sees, Dupree sees something there and is easily able to double up. Plus, NEOFRAG can't even trade because his gun's not ready in time. Super awkward. Vitality, with these sneak walks, have taken so much space in rounds, from Magisk coming up on ramp with that deagle early in the game, to Spinks walking out mid as rotates leave. Vitality have been playing with the timings a lot, and yeah, you can see that animation while NEOFRAG's fiddling. Lovely double entry from Dupree. And the OG coffin brought in by fans. We'll see if there will be nails pummeled into that today. It's only the first map. Vitality's pick here. And you gotta say, especially given how it started, this is a phenomenal T side. 7 rounds already and the chance to win the half. Orbs are out for both teams.
Oh, degster.
Yeah.
There we go, that's more like it. It's even a follow-up tag onto Dupree. Nexa just needs 1 bullet, and he'll connect it nice and easy. They weren't really ready for this kind of double-layered mid setup. Not something that they've run into yet. Apex through the smoke at short. NEOFRAG blindsided by it. Apex holding W, trying to run down the A-bomb site, but is traded after the first. Vitality, is this going to slow them down, or do they want to keep the pace high? Looks like it's going to be the former.
Re-aggression is scary. flameZ going to get caught on default, but he wins his fight. Now ZywOo thrown into the clutch of OG, but can he pull out exactly that? Barrel spotted. Knows there's a man behind. He's going to try and hunt that kill. Missed shot. Now they know what they're up against. ZywOo, pistol instead. 40 seconds, a flank closing in. But Fiku in no hurry. We've seen him take the long routes on these flanks. And this will be no exception. He just tucks in.
He's holding his ground. Yeah, he's just tucking here. Fiku waiting. ZywOo coming his way. And 1 bullet's all that's needed. OG, it's 8-7 on the half. Neck and neck as they move in to their T side of Vitality's map pick.
Not defusing, not defusing. But don't go black, don't go. Oh, I know. Nice, Peter! Nice! Nice! Let's go!
down, but where's ZywOo's fragged? He's got to start posting something, but from where? ZywOo, he's just got a slight gap under the smoke, and it's enough to catch Boomich in transition. ZywOo wants to pull it across the line. 2 frags onto 2 of the best. And now swings out for another. He's possessed. ZywOo won for another ace, another clutch. It's Perfecto hunting him. No one has been able to knock him on his ass yet, and he's got 6 HP. It didn't stop him before, and it doesn't stop him again. ZywOo!
I smoke Ivy. I smoke Ivy.
Yeah, and
I have Ivy.
let's pick him up, picking him.
I don't have kit. Pick him, guys. I have Ivy. Stand back, guys. Pick the defuse. Pick the defuse. Stand back. Stand back. Nice. Take off. Default. Off default. I have it. Sure. Nice. Nice, guys.
A tight series, a tight map, and a tight lifeline for either of these teams. Someone will be going home by the end of the day, only a few hours away, as Vitality field a 7-round T-side on Vertigo. It's certainly not a bad start for the Frenchmen and Danes, with the Israeli mix in his 3rd major. But on the flip side, these debutees, 3 of which are attending their first, and the organizations as well, are here to take blood. They win the half and swap to their T side on what is typically a very comfortable map. We'll see what they've pulled in. For now, Vitality have read this pistol round. 2 set up, 3 in middle. With this boost from Spinks, this could get dirty.
Yeah, the boost is lovely. Double setup for this. Ooh, and even the challenge from Elevator mid, man. It's a bit of a meat grinder, isn't it? They're churned up. They've been able to deal with these 2 players, but still, mid's off limits. And Vitality really want to send that home by pushing in with all remaining 3. Into Fiku, into the Glock. He gives it his best go. Vitality are going to get that one. Real nice mid setup, Ran. And honestly, I'm impressed that it even gets as close as it does.
Yeah, 5 on 5 in mid. 10 players die in this destination, and ZywOo closes it with a dualies. I feel like I haven't seen a CT pistol round this tournament without at least a pair of dual Berettas. They are turning into a mainstay. Recently buffed, at least off of money, made $300, made a valuable investment. And allows you to pull up nades or a kit with it. Always tempting. Nice pistol out of Vitality. And they've not even needed ZywOo to really go crazy. So nice to see him close the 1v1. Deagles and P250's out now for OG. Gonna go for a boost, perhaps? Which one? The wooden side. There's a play right behind it. Does Dupree hear a step? If he does, he will spam. There's a headshot angle. He doesn't fall for it. I think Dupree heard a bit of a smush on their head there. 2 MP9 kills to start. Should be a simple round now. Oh, did he see it? Yeah, surely.
Yeah, Dupree is getting... Oh, I didn't think he was going to die, I'll be honest, but he did. We all saw it. Still, he's made his money in the round. Got the bag and ran. Degster. P250. Not long for this world. And so there's the conversion. Relatively clean. Only losing Dupree. And Retaking the lead in this one. Vitality on the CT side of their pick in a great spot.
Dupree a Velociraptor right now. Making sure his mouse ball is still underneath. Plug it out, give it a blow, put it back in. All right, ramp control now. It was the starter for OG is what got them in this game by shutting it down. Will Vitality have the same success? Spam goes a long way from the Frenchman, putting 2 players down to half. Magisk in an off angle on middle, but flameZ rarely good for more than one. They should be able to trade this unless they line up. Oh, he's fired off. Got to reposition now. Dump the util. Get back to safety. OG know they've at least forced a reaction. They forced players over, and so they will leave. And forever, Vitality will remain paranoid of a mid lurker coming in late. For now, it's back to that ramp side. ZywOo and Apex side by side, ready to fight.
Yeah, ZywOo, one of the 2 big rifles in this round. You kind of need him to put up some numbers here. They try their hand at this early engagement and now decide to concede ramp, giving that up. Looking like they might want to re-aggro in. They've got a flash on Magisk to make this happen. No flash needed. Instead, they're going to go in dry. They're going to play contact on this one and set up back at the sandbag. ZywOo, does try helping the man at the helm of Vitality. He was meant to go in and save Apex's life, but instead it might be the red carpet into this side of the map. Spinks and Magisk with kills apiece, keeping Vitality in this one.
Wow.
flameZ lights them up.
I said rarely good for more than one, Harry. Finds 3. Apex getting the crowd on his side, pleasing the people. And Vitality, a shutdown on their bonus round, an MP9 and flameZ to do it. That's going to be some upgrades now. And OG, already the warriometer starting to tick. It's early in the half, but they can't fall. They can't crumble under the pressure here. Nades are ready. They can lob them up top ramp, maybe try and catch ZywOo going for these early peaks again. ZywOo will get out of there before the second one appears. And OG, a tough ask in a round like this. They may have pistol armor, but breaking their way past these rifles, easier said than done.
Yeah, no util either. You know, don't have the flash to try and take the stairs here. Don't have the smoke to block off generators. Don't have molly to flush out any of these positions. It's one where you're just relying on winning fights and winning them dry. Dupree underhands the, drops the incendiary. Has some support from mid as well as Magisk lobs nades over. Vitality are pretty keen, pretty reinforced towards this side of the map right about now.
1 kill can make this unravel. The first kill for OG. If they find it, it can all come crumbling down like a house of cards, like a domino, but not today. Dupree and Spinks rifling it from afar, find 2. There's a nice shot, and degster comes in with some helping hands as well. There's a gun for Nexa. Can he find a kill? He can. They've broken through this B stack. The bomb going back. Vitality obsessed with the idea that this is B, and they might still be right. Degster checks the flank, but he will still recommit to this site. Planting's not going to be easy. Apex can just end this round right now with a nade. ZywOo sees that cross, he calls Apex. Will the nade win it? Oh, he doesn't throw it!
No!
He switches off, and even though degster will die, Nexa set up to clutch this round. He can't. ZywOo, another 1v1 in the CT side, saves it for Vitality. He might be quiet, but he's closing clutches, and that may be all that matters. God damn, Apex. That one is terrifying. The switch off the nade before it's out of his hands, and that round is almost out of his hands as a result. Still only an eco for OG, right? They can try and tell themselves they did a good job. They did. 4 kills, a bomb plant, profitable indeed, but it won't matter unless they capitalize upon it. Degster was dominating saves on CT side. Can he find these opening picks with his AWP now? Oh, Apex.
All right, Apex. You don't go any further than this, right?
Are you sure?
Oh my God. Oh man.
How?
Oh man. Apex, round in the palm of his hand, plays the timing on the smoke push, wasn't ready for player number 3. flameZ deals with him, but still, what a way to open. OG, they're just getting set up. Now nexa does have a deep timing of his own, right? A chance at revenge here, throwing them through a bit of a loop. Both the in-game leaders make plays of their own in this round. Hyper aggressive from Apex and from nexa.
That's why you love nexa as well. Like, so many in-game leaders do it, right? Karrigan's obviously one of the first names that comes to mind alongside Apex. Just in-game leaders not afraid to throw themselves into the fray, to play those extremely aggressive entry roles when it's called upon them. And nexa, what a nice timing. I'm surprised that caught ZywOo off guard. You'd feel like with Apex making that play inside the smoke, that they'd be ready for players past them. But as he goes through, so does nexa. Ships in the night on the A site. And a lovely double entry to get OG back on the board despite what Apex put up. Orb save here for Vitality, but OG, off the back of that very expensive eco round, they managed to capitalize and managed to do as they should. First T round of this half. Vitality aren't out the woods yet.
Dude, I really thought, like, you really thought that play from Apex was the moment, was going to be the defining part of the round. Timeout now. Sonic's chance to get involved.
I do like the way that Maui even framed, what Sonic has been saying, and the worries coming from players like Dupree, who, maybe have right to be worried, right to be a little bit nervous, but at the same time are some of the most decorated players and coaches in this entire game in the last 10 years. But even now, Vitality with some fears, with some hesitation, cannot afford to rear its head on a stage, and in a stage like this. In a must-win game. You hope Zonix come through with a good tier. Vitality will need it. Money on the line, more orbs galore, and degster's pick denied for now.
Fire the ramp could come quickly with NEOFRAG trying to play up the short side. He thought he'd found this timing. But instead, gives away the opener. Spinks a chance for the upgrade now as well. Smoke start to fade. Vision regained over towards ramp, and OG are keen to move in.
ZywOo still here is nice. This is a perfect position for an AWP, although Molotovs can seriously disrupt his round. However, only one is left for degster. It will go through. ZywOo's going to smoke that out, maybe even concede the site. It's Magisk on top, who can try and fight for the plant. He's won his 5-on-3. This has gone swimmingly for Vitality. ZywOo hits his shot as a flash fades. Magisk will fall, but ZywOo is not going down. Not today, maybe not ever. 3 kills, locked and loaded. Vitality stand tall.
Damn, ZywOo hits him with a little spin. Puts a bit of style on it. You can't not like that. Damn, they got some bars.
Yeah. Been tapping my feet all damn tournament, Harry. Dude, these are so quick for ZywOo.
So now he starts to beg the question. Like, ZywOo's been,
dormant.
Exactly.
In hibernation.
Exactly. Like, not even present, really. And now, if we start to get some mileage out of him, now that he's donning this CT orb, right? We mentioned T-side. He didn't really even see him with it a lot. I think in terms of head-to-heads, degster is arguably the better orb there anyway. And it just felt like it was one of these kind of famous ZywOos. Oh, he's a little bit slow out of the gate, but here we are, starting to get back into it now. Better side for him. And if he switches on, Vitality can look to run away with this.
And now we look to nexa as well, right? Because we had that same situation that Vitality went through in the first half. Inability to break through this A-hole, the site or the ramp, wherever it may be. Vitality have managed to do the same. They've held on to it. OG now need to dig deeper, find something new. They're going to look to the B stairs. Dupree, this time alone as well. Unguarded, undefended, drops a molly and completely evaporates from the site. OG allowed to take space as Vitality set up for what is expected to be a 5-on-5 retake round. Maybe nades can come in. Dupree just diving out as the molly lands at his feet. Lots of spam, but nothing significant. OG finally plant off the back of that flash as well. It's not even heard. Vitality can't see nor hear a thing. And Fiku's activation in mid denied by Spinks, who was doing it all T-side long.
Yeah, that's such a cool clash for that reason. Spinks knows about these mid lurks. He knows the impact they can carry. And so he's flushed Fiku out. Now a 5v4. Everything goes quiet, but only for a moment. Silence will be broken here as the flashes go in. And well, NEOFRAG with the spray has lit up Vitality. ZywOo and Spinks, they thought that they were in with a chance here. They're going to have to reclaim it. degster tucked in and Spinks just spammed him out. Never even saw him.
No info, just process of elimination. And now OG have to process that information as they've lost a perfect round of 5-on-5 post-plant set up inside of B with that epic spray for NEOFRAG. And then this, off the back of killing Fiku in mid, who wasn't exactly aggressive. He wasn't hunting those kills. He was taking his sweet time in a post-plant and still gets hounded down to allow for the flank. What a save from Spinks after a nice try from Neo. But the frags come up Vitality, 13-9. They've done it on both sides. They've won the mid fight. And now ZywOo's even AWPing deep down ramp, looking for legs underneath the smoke. Apex, so many similar tendencies in these CT sides to that of NEOFRAG as well. They've been clashing a lot. He will get flashed off this time, gonna have to retreat, but damage, spam, nades, they've done a bit. ZywOo now short-sided with the orb. I like how him and Apex have swapped as well. Oh, that nade will do it. And we said these two players were clashing a lot. Well, this one, no exception. Minute on the clock now, a very awkward situation for OG. flameZ has to jump up on top. That molly falls a bit short. Maybe it's for the Tetris, but that backside player not burnt out. They've cleared close. Flash over the top. He turns. Two players, both blind, and Magisk will die, but Dupree trades.
I do know where Dupree is now. This smoke is nice to give him a crossing, but Nexa won't allow it. Nexa won't allow that.
TikTok.
OT toying with the idea of going back. Eventually they're going to have to make up their mind. And it might just be the recommit in towards B here. Now, if enough time passes, if enough time elapses, maybe Spinks up and leaves altogether. Apex in at Tetris.
They've mollied this.
They've got no clue. They didn't know about it, and yet still degster's dealt with him. Fiku in with another opener, and ZywOo very, very far removed from this round. Might just have to run for the hills.
How the hell did OG win that? I mean, the recommit right back into a re-entered site for Vitality. They pushed two players back in after losing their first two in the first place. And in a position that's just been cleared by Molotovs as well. Apex, he felt like that he had that round in the palm of his hand, but degster hits a banger and two dinks from Vitality. Those A1Ss let them down. 10 rounds now for OG.
That was shockingly close.
And you know that if he's shooting it, it's probably away. You can probably go right through that.
Oh yeah, you can wallbang that.
Oh dear. Well,
it goes into, main.
Yeah, well, yeah. We have the X-ray. Maybe ZywOo does too, but no one else. Not today, however. This is still so close. I mean, no one's broken the money in this half. You've got to keep that in mind. Ever since, Vitality won the first rifle round, put OG on pistols, that got very close. Vitality's money has been teetering on the edge, ready to break, but not quite ready to surrender. More nades. NEOFRAG has been getting beaten up by them, but we need his entry power once again. It can't just be Nexa at the front of the pack. NEOFRAG will survive to the top ramp. And actually, for a change now, Vitality are playing a retake round. ZywOo once again recommitting. He is the only player ahead of these smokes. Over a minute on the clock. They burst their way through. Flashed off again. ZywOo in the flames. Got to set OG alight right now. But caught with nades. He can't do it. They'll make it their way in. Apex going to jump over the top. Could he deny the party? Got stuck in the smoke. Blinded, lost, dazed, confused. And OG take a 4-on-3.
That's unbelievable. And that might be the kill. That might be the defining point of the round.
Yeah.
That attempt at the push from Apex that's fumbled on the jump up.
He jumps too early and then he hits the metal, and that spot specifically makes so much noise when you land on it. Just an easy kill for Fiku, knew exactly where to spray. That's a rough one as well. And they seemed undecided, right? When ZywOo's played ahead of those smokes before, he's had at least a player to set him up. Remember Magisk on top of the default boxes, at least going 1-for-1. Then ZywOo has a bit more room, but they just insta-trade him and he can't make his mind up. He pulls a smoke to smoke a molly that's already faded, and then he gets caught with no gun out. Give him a gun. Primary on his hand, he probably at least takes 2, and then maybe Vitality consider that round. But ZywOo getting a little bit flustered.
I gotta say, I like the call from Nexa though, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's kind of insane how much room they're given at ramp, but the moment that's recognized that they've kind of got all this space, the play was immediate. They go like crouching up ramp as well. They use those boosts a lot on their CT side. They're very cognizant of the angles that are given to you from them, and all that crouching was all just to stay under the watchful eyes of any boosts that could have been thrown in.
Vitality smoke for deep ramp fell off the map. Yeah, well caught by MC. They just threw it. It didn't even hit the pillar. It went flying. So, yeah, more and more problems rearing their head. That's a gun in middle. Fiku cannot abandon this position. He has to make sure they don't pick up an AWP. This is an eco round with only a few bits and bobs, and Fiku spraying away, saves the day for 2, but still Spinks will equalize. And they may as well push all their players, all their pieces here to get that AWP. But ZywOo is so far away. Are they going to be able to get it out for him? Abandoning their positions in middle, but I don't think ZywOo's going to get this AWP.
They could try to shoot it over. There's another gun in mid. Yeah, they're going to shoot the gun. Oh my god, they've shot the AWP to ZywOo.
Dangerous.
He crosses over as well to make life a little bit easier. Now armed with the AWP, rifles retrieved for everyone else. However, the 2 players here are both cut down. Spinks, you might be wondering, why is he all the way back in mid? Had to go back and grab the AK, didn't he?
Yeah, and as you said last round, right, when Nexa's just gung-ho decision-making, he does it again. Once Fiku doubles up in middle, sees a third as well, you know exactly what's going on. Vitality are low money, they want the weapons, we have room, and OG take it instantly. They don't doubt themselves in this calling. Very decisive for Nexa. And again, an A site taken with ease. Almost no defense. 12 rounds to 13. This is Vitality's map pick. Big kill on the exit as well. And they should be able to save the AWP if they want it. This could be a sneaky steal from OG. And as we said, coming into this game, sure, Vitality's numbers are great on Vertigo. Sure, they like this map. They've got a lot of maps played on it, but they don't pick it. They haven't picked it in 3 months. And off the back of a great T side, it's not like they even came in too cold. Yeah, the 0-5 start, but they recovered it very well. And they've even called their final timeout. We're not even at the end of the game, Harry. We're not into that possible overtime that these stage matches so often give us, where everyone's fighting for it. Gotta say, you gotta be getting a little bit worried for Vitality in these last few rounds. 3 in a row now for OG, building in. They don't take the AWP, but they had the option. Leaning back into the rifles at OG, screaming pace.
I mean, I think that's been the determining factor of these last 2 rounds, hasn't it? That ability where if you are given the room, if you are given the opportunity, you want to just be able to hold W and capitalize there and then with no second thought about it. And the AWP slows you down too much. So they'll just keep the rifles out for now.
This boost hasn't been good though, if flameZ goes back for it. Vitality have won that the bulk of the time. Whoa, NEOFRAG v Apex. A scary 1v1, a scary head-to-head that it feels like Apex has got the better of in this half at least. And these nades, again, thrown over the box, has battered and bruised 2.
This is nice. I like the Vitality are even fighting for ramp more. I think in these last few rounds, you know, you've had like the missed ramp smoke. You've had the one where they kind of just conceded ramp control altogether and actually gave way too much room to OG. And it's clear that they know they can't afford to make these mistakes again. So it's a lot more proactive over towards ramp. And now, because they have the info that ramp is locked off, that it's clear, it does kind of free up a second man to help out over towards B.
Oh,
sure,
no.
Dupree's just leaving.
They've realized
He's going to be here in time. 2 players strong. Spinks in at Tetris, makes contact first. Oh, that's a TK out of Fiku while he's flying. Dupree walks to his death. flameZ teed up with a double. And a 3 versus 3 for control of this B-bomb site. ZywOo trying his best to hold on, but he's getting wrapped through middle. They're up through Tetris. Suddenly he's all alone. 1v2 and cut down is ZywOo. OG are back in this thing.
It felt like he had it. There were 15 seconds on the clock. NEOFRAG is so low, and ZywOo knows exactly what's going on, but that swing saves the day for OG after a very messy execute. But Vitality, again, pull out of the bomb site at the last second to stack A. They realize, sure, but then there's only one anchor player. He goes 1 for 1, and the re-aggro lets them down. OG get deep into the bomb site. 13-all, money broken. A streak of rounds now for OG. And this is getting a little bit too hot to handle. Oh my God, Apex! ZywOo helps out as well. For the bulk of the damage from the captain, and even Smoke to go further. He wants to pick up that gun. Turns back, nexa doesn't even see it coming, doesn't hear it either, but still responsive kills come out for OG on this default. flameZ get to B, pick off of a push. Vitality jump the gun. A 5-on-3 may be nice, but they don't hold on to it for long. Magisk has to be the hero. Not only the top performer of the players still standing for Vitality, but the only one armed and deadly for now. The other 2 won't find weapons. They are stuck in, committed to this B site as OG rain down fire upon it.
Yeah, you're going to see all this util coming over. You've got a couple of seconds to make your choice. Ooh, what do you want to do? ZywOo taking a head off, but traded after the first. Dupree misses that one opportunity and now might just have to wait for Magisk to move on over. The 2 Danes left up for this retake. Ooh. Bomb plant coming in. OG, they've lost Fiku, and so degster having to do the heavy lifting. Cut down by Dupree's Deagle.
For Vitality. Fiku's not ready for 2 there. He wants to wide swing the Deagle. It's a good play if there's only 1 player left up, but Magisk comes in with the AK and absolutely bails them out after some beautiful shooting from ZywOo. That's a robbery of a round for Vitality. And OG have got to be kicking themselves, especially with how many entries degster's even getting now. NEOFRAG has gone a bit cold. He is getting destroyed by utility on A ramp. But degster, someone else we've even talked about when he's not had this orb, his rifling capabilities have been maxed out in some of these previous games already. You have so much opening power for OG, but it might be Vitality to close the first map.
Mid-control attempted here for OG. Fiku and nexa both making noise over in this side of the map. Bit of an exchange over towards ramp, but nothing of note yet. This is just the smoke spam going down. OG really not been uncommon for them to kind of set the precedent of a red herring early on. Mid. That's where it was attempted, but Dupree taking some space at B is shut out. flameZ was not supposed to win that fight.
No.
And now in a 5v4, OG, they can pump the brakes all over again. They were going slow a moment ago. They've been fed now. They've been rewarded for all this patience. It's now they're going to see do good things, keep coming to those who wait.
Oh, that's everything. Apex sees 3 players running his way. Vitality, almost no util to stop this play. A smoke on short, 1 more on Spinks, a long way out. But now already OG are throwing in that execute. They're faking, they're running back. They don't even have B stairs control. If they really want to go back to B, this is going to take every single second of the clock, and Spinks can shut it off right now. He's not going to use his nades, tucked in close, and they will eliminate him. A sick entry from Fiku, seconds to spare. Magisk with a lineup, Apex is already here, and those footsteps heard. Those footsteps shut down. OG need the plant. Degster, will he fake? He's gone for it. ZywOo out, committed. Degster chases! And ZywOo faces. 14 all. OG keep holding on. How the hell do they win that? There was everyone there. That is a ballsy rotation. In fact, maybe a bit too mad. But they still win it.
To hit him with the fake tap at 4 seconds left.
Yeah.
2 seconds the difference on winning or losing that round.
And the money, we've talked about it on this CT side. Vitality barely been broken. The first time they get onto Eco, they win it, and now they've been pushed to pistols yet again, but Apex has been a hound. Riff-raffing down ramp every single chance he gets, but he dropped his gun. Apex, he's dropped his gun. Apex, where is his gun? It's all the way down there.
Everyone else is here somewhere. There it is. Been able to grab it from ramp. ZywOo spam, but Apex is out for revenge.
Give Vitality some pennies and they'll give out the pound, mate. These pistols, these ecos, so profitable. Nexa almost catches him off with a quick switch, but the trade is good. Viku's still here. They need this B kill, or this round is dead in the water, and Flame sets fire to it. Oiled up, quick and slick into the site, and a 2-on-2 now.
Bomb's still a ways away. Five seconds as it arrives up the stairs. Not info that Vitality are privy to. Rotates have been called for. Util going in. ZywOo trying to set up Spinks with this flash. Better be a damn good one as he drops into the site. Can't win that initial engagement, but ZywOo will. 1v1. Fiku to beat. This is for map point. ZywOo dancing around, but Fiku's playing with him, toying with him, trying to get away, and then going back in for a little bit more. That's 15. OG on Vitality's map pick have turned this one around and are now just one away from taking it right at the final hurdle.
You cannot take it away from them. I mean, the amount of 3v5s that OG have flipped on its head and already turned over in this T side has been unbelievable. And the young gun, the youngest player on OG, the least experienced on the stage, his first major, defeats ZywOo in an even odds 1v1 to find map point. That is so impressive. We've seen Fiku crumble in some of these games so far, but this is not one of them. There is no weak link right now for OG. And there is no time like the present to steal your opponent's pick in an elimination game to go to the Legends stage. Will Legends be dethroned today? Are there new kings to crown? No warps, but this has not been a game of AWPs. Rifle superiority for OG. No kit. Even limited util for the Frenchman as well. flameZ working his way up. That flash might even hit Spinks. If it does, it will give an audio cue. They don't check it. Dupree's got that entry. Nexa spams the wood, and Spinks gets a taste of his own medicine. Dupree dished out a prescription. Magisk drops the bomb, lines up a double kill, and we're back into another 2-on-2 for all the marbles.
Either this gets run back in extra time or OG run away with it. ZywOo and Apex, they're the ones on for this retake. Degster, the man to beat. First kill found, and a 1v1 now. Clash of the Titans, ZywOo versus Degster. All or nothing for Vitality. OT are quickly forgotten about Degster. Not a man to crumble under pressure. Not a man knowing to feel it. Starting to get stuck in.
He knows.
Yeah, tries seeking his fortune, gets all this info, knows that no one's close, and so this is starting to really narrow it down. He's painting a very clear picture of where ZywOo is, but that doesn't make it any easier. ZywOo with the kill. Overtime locked in.
opens up towards your chest. Vanquish the negative. And breathe in the positive. You're reaching a place of total control. Nothing can break your newfound peace.
Okay guys, first day of bootcamp. Remember to stay calm and keep focus. Everything will be okay.
Let's go, baby. Sorry, boys. Total accident.
You're reaching a place of total control. Nothing can...
One HP.
Window dead.
Nice.
Last side.
AC, last side. Window.
Window.
Window last.
1v1.
Nice, Abdul. Let's go. I am my bad.
A team featuring some of the world's best players might give us back-to-back major disappointments if Vitality can't keep this comeback going and close it here on their map pick. This is the first of a potential 3, and I think we've got the full distance here. OG on the other side, newbies to the stage, newbies to the major, and they're making magic happen.
Yeah, debut for the organization. 9 major appearances between the members of OG. 50 major appearances between the folks on Vitality.
Incomparable.
Night and day difference, but here in the server, we're in the Twilight Zone. Fiku with the opener. Spinks knocked out of the round. An early 5v4, and Fiku even wanted to try take it further. Apex will dodge giving that kill over in mid. And so for now, Vitality, they were content with playing out the 4v5. Dupree's made it that much easier.
Yeah, huge kill for Dupree. Whenever he's gotten a kill at this B site, he's often just been straight up traded. And you know, this is a guy that, if he can come alive in overtime, a place he's been many times before in many majors gone by, that could be the power piece to save Vitality, but nexa rids him of the round. Massive opener. And again, no rush for OG, who pummel utility into B, forcing everything Vitality have to throw back. But if there's one thing we've seen from this T side from OG is their willingness to rotate, even when time isn't on their side. This time it is 50 seconds as they set themselves up over on A ramp. Magisk is going to be jump spotting. This nade could do something. This nade could end Nexa's round. This could equalize everything. Magisk flashed off, throws it in, takes some damage as OG approach the site.
Here's the footsteps now. You know you're going to have this smoke wall to contest with, so now's the time to try to decide. Do you want to get ahead of this? Do you want to try and play ahead of it? Magisk blind. Magisk blind! We're still delivering! Oh, man! Brutalizes OG! He can't see a thing, and that doesn't stop him. Crazy! And right when Vitality needed it.
What a save. What a huge save. Full blind, 3K through the smoke at the start, and Magisk is getting hyped as well. That might have just put the juice in Vitality. dupreeh certainly seems to feel so. He's pushed all the way through, and he's even found that pick over the top of the smoke. Nexa's gone. The 1v1 falls the way of Vitality, but mid does not. Look at Fiku's spacing. He has gone all the way through, wrapped back through CT spawn, and picked ZywOo yet again. It got him 15 first. This exact fight, Fiku goes one step further into the site. Magisk will respond. No one even there to trade. Maybe a bit jumpy for Fiku, maybe a bit too soon. His team were not set up, and there will be no mid-lurk either. degster, no wolf, he's on the Krieg instead, and Magisk will put him to bed. 3-on-2. Even if dupreeh's having a bit of a cold start, and Magisk has showed up, especially in overtime. Back-to-back multi-kill rounds. The molly pushes him to 9 health from full, and NEOFRAG wants to finish the job. He will.
Huge scalp to find.
But look at the flank.
dupreeh, will he be able to avenge his Danish brethren? It feels like he's missed the timing on this initial look up the ramp side.
And they've missed the smoke.
It's a little awkward here, but they will move in, looking to get this bomb planted. Spinks waiting back in the elevator, and dupreeh given a lot of room on this flank now, given a lot of chance to make something happen here. Oh dear, dupreeh just about gets that one. Now NEOFRAG, last guy left to beat, swings him and beats him in the head-to-head. Spinks v NEOFRAG. Spinks doesn't waste time getting to work. Wins the 1v1 and takes yet another round for Vitality. Once we've hit OT, they've really come alive.
What a save as well from the Danes, right? 4 kills from the 2 of them. Astralis at the major in spirit at least. As Vitality fight tooth and nail for a clean CT side on overtime. That would be huge, especially considering their T-halves in regulation. 7 rounds for both teams on T-side Vertigo. Certainly nothing to turn your nose up at. Vitality already out of timeouts. OG will use one of theirs. So Zonic, first time he's talked since 13-14. 13-12, I think even. Can they find all 3? The clean sweep for Vitality is the goal on their map pick. In a series that certainly could be split the difference. Both teams could absolutely win their opponent's choices in this map.
Yeah, in fact, I'm pretty sure that was kind of the conclusion that our analysts came to. That was the way they thought this was going to go down.
So does that poise Vitality for a 2-0 if they were to take theirs? Certainly an option, certainly the expectation. Rushing up the ramp, nexa, front of the pack, but Magisk, a very aggressive short angle. No one's even covering, no one's watching, and no one's stopping the success. Again, a multi-kill for Magisk, his second 3K, but there's more to do. He's got it.
ZywOo back turned. Does he want to go back in? Does.
Yeah.
He wants to, of course he does.
Any more?
There's a gap in this smoke, flameZ. This is a brutal angle, man. I don't think you're going to win that one, so might have to go back, might have to look elsewhere, and into the firing line. dupreeh edges out another. A flawless CT half there for Vitality in overtime. And you've got to say, you've got to give him props. Magisk is such a huge part of it. 8 kills in OT.
And we're not done yet. The old trope, experience reigns true. once we hit overtime, especially in a stage environment like this, and that much is certainly rearing its head again for Vitality. 3 CT rounds, and now Magisk, who played passive B in so many of his T starters, has come in with aggression, taken the bottom of the stairs, looking for his 30th kill. No better time like the present. A gift from Magisk, a poison chalice, a pick perhaps. Fiku pushed forward by the flames, and he at least gets a kill, but dupreeh will still trade. 4-on-4, and ZywOo this whole time is hunting for Apex. Now they know the AWP's in play. They won't give him a second chance. No satisfaction for the sniper. He's got to reroute back to B, get that bomb in tow. And this boost up for dupreeh is everything. Doesn't waver. Full flashed, doesn't fire a shot. Knows his position is very valuable right now. Back B site smoke. Spinks might even mid-lurk if they get a plant.
Oh, dupreeh. dupreeh, will he check for this? Will he check for this? Oh, he doesn't know about it! Oh my goodness, the flick! All the way across the screen! And now Vitality poised to run away with this one. flameZ and NEOFRAG, 2 versus 3.
They go
as
through.
this bomb's going down. ZywOo dropped, plant denied. There's a mid-lurk on the cards for Spinks, and that's gonna have to save the day. But they've turned, they've dealt with it. NEOFRAG, perfect timing, and so little time left in that round. OG, somehow, some way, able to right those wrongs.
Yeah, it's not Magisk to break 31st, it's NEOFRAG instead. Was a huge part of CT side and regulation, not really on the B side, but on shutting down these A-ramp attacks. And I love that swing from him and flameZ, going through the smoke, pushing forward to finish the job with 10 seconds. They take matters into their own hands. And OG survived yet another round. AWP's back. degster hunt. Oh, he saw ZywOo's feet there, but do you really want to tangle with the best? Do you really want to swing into the scope? Under the smoke, degster waits, but that deep ramp util for Vitality will give them a pocket, a bubble to breathe in. They won't take it. A very hesitant round. Spinks on a seriously passive off angle. But at the same time, what this is doing is allowing him to set up a Molotov to burn out degster on short. That's the goal. It will go through the windows above degster here and push him all the way back. First, Vitality need to establish some control at the ramp. Magisk has burned his util on B, but still OG's curiosity is there. They've pushed up. They've actually cleared the B stairs right now. This might set them up for a flank later. degster mollied into the same position. Can't move yet. It's going to give Vitality this room. We have not seen flanks off this B site often, but Fiku trying to make the play to save OG as Vitality set up on this site.
Apex up front, degster already and raring to go, and now this ramp flank does arrive. Fiku doing them dirty. ZywOo, everything he can is not enough, and NEOFRAG helps take that one over the line. One away from another overtime.
Shocking after how good the T sides were that these two CT sweeps might just come through for both rosters. Beautiful shooting from degster. I thought we were going to see the deeper Molotov that burns him out from that position. For Vitality, they just want to control a short. He'll give it to them, and then he'll take it away swiftly, the sniper. 34 kills on NEOFRAG as well, cannot be overstated. And back to what worked for so long in regulation. Gave OG this 5-0 lead. NEOFRAG short aggression. flameZ piling flashes over the top for him. Eventually, Vitality will swing this together. The AWP's actually not even in this round for degster either. Relegated to a rifle, has util to stop the plant later in the round. They're going to get a bit aggressive. OG need to make up their mind right now. They're stuck in tandem in the middle of the site. Give it up or go for it. They will choose the latter. Up on short. Here to batter Apex. Pistol in hand. And a quick tech tap. Dead after one. flameZ overwhelmed on the sidelines. We need those nades to stop and plant, or Vitality will run over the finish line.
Didn't have the funds, couldn't get the guns, but now the plant presents itself and you're a man up in the 4v3. Vitality know this is the best chance, maybe the best chance they could ever have to close out this map. 4v3 and Dupree knocked out of the round, flank held by Spinks, at least keeps Vitality looking pretty. They're playing around the bomb. Everyone's waiting for this tap, everyone's waiting for the attempt at the defuse. Bit of a challenge, degster. Up and over, ZywOo swings him. They're playing this in tandem, and that's more like it, Vitality. It takes them a while there in the second half of overtime, but finally they cook it up. They didn't have the firepower, and yet still, they come in swinging. They to Inferno.